All right, still ahead here, disinfecting products have been hard to find amid the pandemic. We hear from a local pharmacist who created her own line of sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizer, and they're helping out a good cause.
Welcome back. When a shortage of sanitizing and cleaning products became part of COVID, mom and essential worker Katie Andonia knew she had to do something. Now with a line of RxEssentials, she joins us this morning. You're here in San Diego, aren't you? Good morning, Katie.
Hi, Phil. Good morning. Yes, here in my hometown of San Diego. How are you today? And thank you for having me today.
Yes, I'm so happy you're joining us. So you saw the need, you realized that you could fix it. You're actually a clinical and antimicrobial steward pharmacist at Sharp Mary Burge. So what was the process and when did the light bulb go off and go, I got to do something?
That's right. So like many of us in the early days of the pandemic, many of my nights were sleepless. I was up late researching management strategies for San Diego's most vulnerable patient population, pregnant women and their babies, for Sharp Mary Burge, the hospital that I work for. And as an essential worker, I was struck with fear in the early days, not understanding the risks of transmission and bringing it home to my family. And what really made that fear and the motivation was that cleaning supplies, personal hygiene products were not available in the stores. And I didn't know how to make toilet paper, but I certainly, as a pharmacist, knew that I could figure out a way to make disinfectant products and even find a way to make them healthier, safer, and better.
Okay, so I have some of your products here. So I want you to tell me what makes your products different and what do you have here and where we can get these products?
Well, one of the great ways that makes our products different is that they're free of toxic propellants and fragrances, and we try to merge the both pharmacy or medicine with the art of naturopathy and using natural fragrances like essential oils really helps to bring merge both natural medicine and science to make it a better product. And the mechanism of the bottles that we use allows for a micro spray that allows it to be suspended in the air, work longer, and the same thing with our wipes. And so instead of relying on a toxic means of products, this is a more natural way to merge art and science.
You know, oftentimes it takes a while to get a business up and going. COVID started in March. How are you able to create this line, put it out there on the market? I mean, that's pretty fast and really impressive, Katie.
I think it's all a matter of what motivates you, and this is a huge time of need for many families, small businesses, especially schools. And so it just seemed like a very natural and normal process to come up with this idea and formulate the sprays and try to get it out there because the need was definitely there and my heart is totally into it.
So here I have the hand sanitizer. It's lemon and lavender. So let me go in and spray it. And it smells really good because some hand sanitizers do not. Where can people buy your products if they want to support, especially a local business owner?
Well, right now we are virtual and available online. Our website is rxeclean.com, and purchases can be made through there. I definitely welcome schools to contact us through our website directly. We've been reaching out to many schools already in the community since the start of the pandemic, as well as other small businesses and a local women's and youth shelter. So we are trying to make ourselves available on the web.
Okay, and you're also working, I just got to ask you one more time. Tell me about your community outreach. You're working with Casa de Amparo. Can you tell me about that?
Right. So recently we were invited to learn about Casa de Amparo, and being a women and babies pharmacist, it's always been the core part of my heart and profession. So it was a very easy yes when I received that phone call to ask. So we currently have donated disinfecting supplies, wipes, sprays, hand sanitizers, and have set up a foundation on our website where a percentage of proceeds of purchases through our website are donated to a cleaning supply fund too. We've reached out to many different schools. My heart goes out to teachers and school administrators. Just as I struggled homeschooling my daughter in the height of the pandemic, I knew that I really wanted to be a positive part of the reopening of schools as well.
Okay, Katie, thank you so much for joining us. As you were talking, Eric walked over here and he was spraying this, and we're really enjoying how some of this stuff smells, because a lot of the stuff a lot of the stuff that you buy at the stores, let's just be honest, it's really, really strong. So, Katie, thank you so much for sharing your story and for making a difference, of course.
Thank you so much for allowing me to be here today. And like I mentioned just prior to this show, today is National Women's Pharmacist Day, and you couldn't make me feel more happy and more grateful today. Well, thank you.
I'm glad the timing worked out. Katie, thank you so much.
Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.
Of course, our pharmacists are essential too, right? And
yeah.
They've done such great work during this pandemic. I got to say, this does smell good.
Right,
I picked one up at Target the other day, so maybe a couple months back. I stopped using it. It smelled so bad. It was like one of those kind of generic, someone was trying to mix things together and make a new sanitizer. This was when there was a big shortage.
Yeah.
I held on to it for obvious reasons, but it was so bad it would smell up my whole car. When you put it on your hands, something like this really smells a lot better.
Well, do you remember when I was sent home when COVID started, and I was going crazy with Lysol at home, just crazy.
Yeah,
and I was spraying it all over the place. And then all of a sudden I started to not feel good.
Yeah.
And I had a conversation with a doctor, and she was like, because there's so many of those particulates in the air.
Sure.
It turns into fumes. It was so strong. It was like, oh, I can't do this. But I was so afraid of COVID.
Yeah, right. There are healthier substances out there and materials.
Like they say, water and soap.
Right. Yep. That's all you really need. So, yeah, fascinating. And from here in San Diego, so we're proud of her work.